Welcome back. 10:41. Ben and Nana with you on Britain's Newsroom on GB News.
Now, this was a moment that shocked many, but some didn't really see anything wrong with it. Former Spanish football chief Luis Rubiales has been found guilty of sexual assault for kissing player Jenny Hermoso without her consent.
Yes, Spain's High Court has ordered Rubiales to pay a fine of more than €10,000. There it is on screen, the smacker celebrating, I think it was the Euros win for the women's team. I argue that he just did it in celebration. You see that kind of thing up and down the country every week in football matches, you know, men grabbing each other. Gary Neville's did it infamously in front of the cop.
Well, look, he didn't put his hands either side of her head and force her. No, I think he just put his arms over her, didn't he, in that image there. Now, prosecutors are appealing the ruling as they demand a prison sentence. Really? So this morning we're asking, is a fine a sufficient punishment? He also had to pay €3,000 in compensation to Jenny Hermoso as well.
And he's just had his life destroyed, by the way. Trial by media, first of all. Anyway, we're joined by media commentator Paula London and the feminist activist and writer Jean Hatchett. Good morning to you both. Paula, what's your take on this? Was he unfairly treated or was a fine deserving of the crime?
He's been treated terribly, and let's not forget, he's only 47. The retirement age is 66 in Spain, and he was earning a lot of money. So arguably, this kiss is the most expensive kiss in history, and all he wanted to do was celebrate. We have to remember, even myself, if I meet someone, I sometimes kiss them on the cheek. It's very normal in Spain to kiss someone on the cheek. So what's going to happen if someone moves now? Is it going to be sexual assault? He's been fined €10,000. He also has a restraining order, so he can't go near the lady. She was laughing about it afterwards, and I just feel like she's ruined this man's life. What he did was incorrect, but an apology would have been suffice.
Do you think... Oh, no, but look, he's got the hands behind the head now, holding her almost in an embrace. Jean, do you think that perhaps this was fair, or should it have gone further? Should he be in prison?
I'm interested in some of the minimisation that's going on here, because if it was deemed sexual assault, then it was sexual assault. So calling it a smacker is just minimising what that is.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, but there's a line. It was drawn by the court that this is sexual assault. She said, don't cross it. Now, what happens here is, and what I've had, for the last 24 hours, is men uncomfortable with that line being drawn. And that's because men will be either one side of the line or the other side of the line. So men are now having to question their own behaviour and whether they've always obtained consent. Now, you're talking about the money that's been paid. What does that make her? She was the captain at the pinnacle of her career, and he bought her. Yesterday, he bought her in court. The law made her a prostitute. Her kiss was available for a cost. So, no,
should she not have been... Are you saying that she shouldn't have been given any compensation at all?
Yes, I think, I think the compensation would be a custodial sentence for him. I think the money is neither here nor there. But if the money comes without custodial sentence, then what it's saying is, if a man crosses that line of sexual assault, it can be done at a price. And he's a very wealthy man, so this price is nothing.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. You don't determine how much someone should pay a fine based on how wealthy they are. You determine it on the severity of the so-called crime. Do you genuinely, seriously believe that he should be in prison for kissing somebody inappropriately? I would accept that, obviously the cameras are rolling. He didn't think he was doing anything wrong, because he wouldn't have done that if he did. But do you genuinely think for that he should be in prison? Because if that's the case, then who doesn't go to prison?
What did he take from her? He didn't just take a kiss, he took the moment of her life. He took her self-respect and he humiliated her.
You're really getting carried away, please.
You're interrupting me, so,
Yeah, I know.
OK, but you've got the easy job here because you're
I don't have an easy job. I talk the truth. I speak for millions of people, actually.
OK, well, you can also let me speak. So when one man commits sexual assault, a lot of men benefit because they see that woman as something that they are also able to access. They are able to access a woman like that in that way, and that, there's minimal punishment for that. So there are degrees...
No, hold on. Minimal punishment. He's lost his livelihood, yeah? Mm-hmm. So he can't work again, really. It's out there in the public arena. He's obviously... People think he's awful. People like you think he should be in prison. He has lost his revenue income stream. However, Jenny, hopefully, will be able to carry on with everything.
Oh, she'll make a fortune with LGBT charities, and they want to pay her to endorse stuff. She'll be making a mint out of this.
Jean, can I ask you a question, if you don't mind? Have you ever played sports?
I play a number of sports. Why?
Well, because your description, and indeed the court's description, which I disagree with, that this was some severe sexual assault. First of all, I think that does a disservice to people, men and women, who have been properly sexually assaulted. Secondly, if you have played sport, you'd know that these ladies won a World Cup. You'd know that up and down the country, week in, week out, even in the Premier League to Sunday League, footballers, they get excited, they're competitive, it's in the moment. This guy isn't a sexual deviant. He was celebrating a sporting achievement. OK, you can argue he made a mistake, but do you think it's right that his whole life was destroyed and we have people like you, with respect for coming on to fight the debate, and I appreciate it, but calling him some sort of sexual deviant? Why would, if he was a sexual deviant, why would he do that on camera in front of millions of people?
Exactly.
He is a sexual deviant. He grabbed his crotch in front of the Queen.
Can you let Jenny finish? Sorry.
Let me speak, please. So he did grab his crotch at the moment that they won. He grabbed his crotch in front of the Queen and her daughter. This man is a sexual deviant, and it's been proven in court. You can argue whether you agree with that sentence or not, but it's there. That is what he was found. He was found to be guilty of sexual assault. Now, if you minimise that for this instance, you minimise all sexual assault. Very few sexual assaults are prosecuted, and very, very few of them deserve a punishment or are awarded a punishment. So, you know, the message globally is that any kind of level of sexual assault
it's not the message globally. You want it to be the message.
Just very quickly, because I want Paula to speak.
Yeah, I need to speak to you. You've spoke for a long time.
No, hold on. Well, I'll manage it, Paula. Thank you very much. All right, Jean, Paula, go on.
OK, well, thank you for letting me reply. Basically, people like you do make me sick because you say you're a feminist, you really care about women. A, you don't, because you think this man should take up a prison space for 2.5 years for an innocent kiss. He shouldn't have kissed her. He said sorry. He's actually even said that she said it's OK. When real women that have been sexually assaulted, they won't be enough prison spaces. And you make out you're such a nice person, a feminist. You actually hate men.
Well, no,
so
hold on.
Hold on,
That's not fair.
Well, that's what I think. Honestly,
that's what you think.
make out you're holier than thou, but you're not.
No, that might be what you think, but, you know, that's...
So do many people. Just making out that I'm a bad person and I'm not.
No,
She's
neither
the bad
of you
one.
are bad people. You both have a different opinion,
yes,
which I think equally deserves respect. So thank you very much, both of you, for your thoughts. Jean Hatchett and also Paula London. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Paula. Right, plenty more to come. If you're in search of some winter sun, here's the forecast for some top European holiday destinations.